Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing an e.l.f. cosmetics haul. I do have one thing from Sephora, but mostly everything's going to be from e.l.f. I was walking through the mall the other day and I passed by an e.l.f. store and I have yet to go inside of an e.l.f. store. And I had remembered that I wanted to try that Prep and Hydrate balm, the little stick balm thing that I was looking for at Target that I could never find. So I was like, let me go in here so I can get the little stick thingy. And then when I was in there, I don't know what happened. I just ended up blacking out and buying a bunch of stuff. So, you know, sometimes that happens to the best of us. But I wanted to share some of the stuff that I got, and I thought it would be kind of fun to actually do a demo on some of it. So right now I'm not wearing highlight, blush, or bronzer. I did get some skincare stuff and some face stuff that I'm not gonna be demoing, but I thought I could do a demo on the rest of the stuff and just kind of like apply it as we go. The first couple things that I got were blush, and this one is one of their matte blush duos and the color is Rosy Flush. I've tried one of these before, the Fiji color one. I don't remember the exact colors that was in the Fiji palette, but I remember I used it quite a few times. So I already know that I like this formula. So this is the color Rosy Flush, and it comes in one of these duo packages, which I do like having duos. And these are the two colors that are in here. And if you guys can tell, this is very similar to one of my favorite colored blushes, which is Apricot from Ofra. When I do blush, I usually like to mix a little bit of a lighter color here with a little bit more of a deeper bronzier shade, like kind of in the contour. So I thought these two shades were really pretty. I wanted to give them a shot. This is the other blush that I got, and this is just one of their singles, and this is called Twinkle Pink. So twinkle meaning that it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but I love the shimmer in this one. It's like a really soft kind of peachy color, peachy pink, but it has like a gold shimmer reflection in it, which I really, really like. Ooh, it looks pretty. It looks juicy. It looks very juicy. Should I try one or both of them? I feel like this Twinkle Pink is like the in-between color of these two, or almost like more of a pinky version. I'm gonna try Twinkle Pink. What is actually a little bit pinker than I thought it was gonna be. That's okay. Pinky, pinky. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Rosy Flush. We're gonna try a matte shade, a little bit deeper. I know it never looks intense on camera, but it's definitely a lot more intense off camera. What I'm gonna do is just take one of my under eye brushes that I use for powder, and I'm just gonna lightly press over it right here, just to blend it out a little bit more. But I really do like the e.l.f. formula blushes. They have a really nice pigmentation. I think I'll probably end up liking this one more than Twinkle Pink, just because these are my tones a little bit more than Twinkly Pinky. Next item I picked up from e.l.f. is one of their baked highlighters in the color Moonlight Pearls. Highlighters for myself, I'm usually not hugely attracted to actually anything baked, but I'm pretty sure that the Laura Geller highlighters are baked. I think they're baked. I'm pretty sure those are baked. But I do like some baked highlighters, but they're not typically my favorite. But I wanted to get their new peach one. They have a peach colored highlighter and it looked really pretty online, but they were out of stock. But I got the Moonlight Pearls one instead. So let's try this one out. And it comes in one of these little flip open, very similar to the Laura Geller packaging also. And here's what it looks like on the inside. And it does swatch. Oh, I was like, wait, it doesn't swatch at all. But I remember her telling me, the girl that worked there, that you kind of have to scrape off the top layer. She said there is a top layer on here that protects it from cracking when they ship it. That's a good tip, because I would have been upset. And now it's swatching much better. Let me show you on my, right here. You can see there's a definite glow now. I was a little concerned at first, but I kept digging. I kept digging until I found the treasure, you know what I'm saying? I saw Bella Hadid's highlight at that event, and hers went here, her C shape. I've like low-key been trying to do that instead of doing it like all the way around. But I feel like I don't have enough space right there. I feel like it looks pretty good. This particular color is not the color that, like I said, I wanted the more peachy one. This one's just a little bit more pearly than I would ideally like to go, but I can still appreciate this highlight. It's definitely pretty, it's definitely glowy. And I feel like if you put a little bit of Fix Plus on top of there, you would be sitting pretty. You have a lot of powder out here. Let me try it and see what it looks like on the Cupid's bow, even though I have a ton of gloss on right now. Did I say icy already? It's a little icy, the color, for me to use on like the nose and Cupid's bow. One of the reasons why I don't love baked highlighters is because I feel like it leaves a little bit of like a more chunky residue. If that makes sense, you can just kind of see right here. It just looks a little bit chunkier than other highlights that kind of melt into the skin, but it's still really, really nice. I just feel like this color is a little bit light. So that was the Moonlight Pearls Baked Highlighter, and I would have to give it like a B+ probably for the highlighter, because it looks really, really good. It's just the color that's throwing me off, but I know if I had a different color, I would be feeling it a lot right now. The next thing I got from e.l.f. is their bronzer palette, and this is the color Bronze Beauty. This is a newer item. It says new on here. Hot new shit. Say what? This bronzer palette was $6.
I don't know how these fuckers stay in business, man.
I know. We have the chic square packaging. I like this palette shape a lot. Here is the bronzer palette, Bronze Beauty. And it looks like there are 2 shimmer shades in here, a lighter one and then a deeper one, and then 2 matte bronzers on the other sides. And let me put it next to my NARS Laguna and Casino bronzer so that way you guys can see a difference. Here it looks like the matte shades almost have a little bit more pink in it, if that's the correct word. Like this shade in particular looks a little bit like kind of terracotta-y compared to the NARS bronzer. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell the difference. I'm gonna try out this one. This one does have a little bit of shimmer in it. So far, so good. It looks pretty good. I'm into it. Nothing crazy has happened. Normally I would be able to tell if it was like not so good in terms of a bronzer, but it applies nicely. It's even. It has a little bit of a glow, even though my skin underneath already had kind of a glow going on, but it seems to go pretty good with my skin tone. So I'm feeling that one. I feel like this would also be a good contour palette because it does have the neutral shades in here. Like this one I feel like would be a really good contour shade for a lighter skin tone, especially like up in here. Are you kidding me? And it's only $6, which I'm a fan of. Well, I pretty much like everything that I tried so far. I feel like the highlight looks good, the blush looks good, the bronzer looks good, everything's looking pretty good. Next 2 items that I got are for the face, so I'm not gonna be trying these on my face because I've already got my full face on, but I was very intrigued in the store. The first one is the Beautifully Bare Natural Glow Lotion with Aloe. This is the Luminous Gold. Hydrate your skin with illuminating effects for a natural glowing complexion. So this one, it kind of sounds like it's got the same vibe as like a strobe cream. So you can apply it underneath your foundation to add a little bit more of a glow that will peek through your foundation. I'm wondering if you could mix it into your foundation, or you can tap it directly on top of areas that you just want to glow instead of like really rubbing it in. But I tested it out on my hand and it looked pretty poppin'. This is also says new on here. All right, so boom, boom. Here's what it looks like. It's just got a nice little squeezy tube on here. You gonna zoom in, Judy? Looks pretty good, huh? Mm-hmm. It's got a nice subtle glow. You like when I do these ones, huh?
I like when you do the other one.
This like this. Anything to give me more glow, just give it to me, bring it on. All right, next item that I picked up is a BB cream, surprisingly, but I kind of wanted to try it for my trip. This is also new. I don't know if it's actually, it says like everything is new. I don't know if it's all actually new. This is the BB cream and it has SPF 20 in it. I'm intrigued by light coverage foundations and BB creams. I really wanted to try out the e.l.f. I think it was the tinted moisturizer because I've heard a lot of good things about that one, but I couldn't really find like a shade that I thought would work with me. So that's why I ended up getting this BB cream instead. So it comes in a tube like this and it has a little pump on the tube. And this one costs $6. What shade is this? This is the shade Nude. Oh God. I feel like it looks pretty good. Adds a really light coverage. It has a light glow and it's got some sunscreen in it. So I have high hopes for this stuff. Have any of you guys tried this? Do you wear this? Let me know, please. I'm very curious about it because I feel like it looks really good on my hand. Okay, the next stuff is the whole reason why I even went inside the e.l.f. store before I was totally drawn into buying all this other stuff, which is their Prep and Hydrate collection. See, this says new too. I just kind of think everything says new on it. Is that what's going on right now? Because I feel like this has been out for a while. But this is what I wanted to pick up in Target, that they didn't have this collection. And so this is why I went into this store. This is the Prep and Hydrate Balm. So it's in a stick form. It says this clear cooling balm helps hydrate and prep skin for makeup application, enriched with water, shea, and vitamin E to help nourish and moisturize. Great for daily use and can be used on areas such as the face, hands, elbows, and knees. Whoa, I didn't know about that. So I'm wondering if this is like instead of a primer. Let me open this box up.
That's what he said.
John. So it looks like this. It looks like a giant glue stick kind of. And it's just a cooling balm. Helps to hydrate and prep skin, which That's like my favorite primer that I use is the Makeup Forever Hydrating Primer. I like to use more hydrating, like lightweight kind of, ooh, this is very cooling. Wow. I like to use more like hydrating thinner is what I want to say the correct word for primers on my face. I don't know why, it just feels better. But this feels pretty good. It doesn't feel greasy, but just feels like I have something on my hand, but I can't really tell. It feels good. Let me know if you guys have tried this yet because I am so curious about it. I've been wanting to try it for a while, so we will see the next time that I do my makeup. I'll try and put this on my face. The next item that I got was recommended to me by the girl that works there. I asked her, out of all of the Aqua collection or something like that, out of all this stuff, what was her favorite? And she said the bubble mask. I did get a couple tweets from you guys saying that this makes your like face tickle. And don't get it in your eyes because it burns. So I will be careful about that, but this is a hydrating and nourishing gel which transforms into a bubble mask on the face. Watch as bubbles fizz and foam to remove excess dirt and cleanse pores for glowing, healthy looking skin. Kind of sounds like it's almost a cleanser on the back, but I'm pretty sure it's a mask. Here is what the package looks like. It looks very chic, very cute. Oh, it's one of those ones where it comes out of the top. Like this, which I think is like more hygienic. Apply thin layer all over slightly damp skin and bubbles will form. When bubbles begin to dissipate, 5 to 10 minutes, massage with fingertips and wash with warm water to remove. Let's do this. I'm gonna just put some right here and see what happens.
Go for it, girl.
So I'll have to give this a shot. This is just a mask, huh? It kind of feels more of like a cleanser texture, but look, it's starting to bubble more. This is weird. This is weird. All right, so I'm gonna try this on my hand. If it doesn't irritate my hand, I'll have to give it a shot on my actual face. Next thing I picked up from e.l.f. is under eye masks. These are hydrogel, which I love. I'm hoping like it's the actual hydrogel material. Under eye masks, the little patches that you can put under your eyes that help to plump, moisturize, and soothe under eye area for smooth looking skin. Stuff like this, I love to have like on trips, if I'm traveling or if I'm on the plane. It's just like a very hydrating, soothing, kind of relaxing feeling to have, especially on the plane because it's so dry up in the air. I swear sometimes it's so dry I feel like my nose is about to bleed. Like it hurts my nostrils. You cleanse your face, you remove the patches, and then you put them on your under eye for 10 to 15 minutes. And then after that, you throw it away and then massage into your face. So I don't want to open it right now. Is that selfish of me? I don't want to open it because I want to save it for the trip. But they look exactly like this. This is the actual size of them on the back. We're still going here. We're still going. We're bubbling. All right, and the last thing I wanted to show you guys is not from the e.l.f. store, but I wanted to just share it anyway because I'm here and why not? Finally came in. My Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I ordered it on Sephora after you guys let me know that it was back in stock. You know, I've been trying to order it and it was out of stock for what felt like forever, but now it is back. Wow, I haven't taken it out of the package yet and it looks pretty good. It's really pretty. Look at that. And on the inside, it has, just like her other palettes, it has a little, like, it has a plastic sheet that says all the shade names on it. So that way, if you want to know the shade names, you can. If not, I think you can rip it out. Yeah, it has a perforated edge right here that you can rip out. And these are the shades inside the Sunset palette. And it looks really, really pretty. I think the first shade that is calling my name is Mandarin. This one. This color looks really cool. Can you zoom in on it for me?
Sure can, right?
So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the really metallic-y formula shades. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the matte shades. Definitely a lot of cool shades in here. I swatched these with no primer. This is just with a finger swatch and I did like 2 to 3 swipes. You know what's funny is, which shade is it? The Morgana. This color right here actually reminds me so much of Hot Cheetos. For some reason, it even stained my finger. Like, it even stained my finger just like Hot Cheetos do. But this one's really cool. It's got kind of like that reddish orange undertone with like orange reflection on top. And also the Mandarin color is really cool. But they look pretty good. The white one looks a little bit chalky. Not as like creamy looking as all the other ones. It swatched really nicely, but it doesn't have like as cool of a finish as the other shades do. And here are all of the matte shades swatched. That way you guys can check them out. I did the same thing, probably dipped it into the pan about 2 times. So that way it gave me a really nice swatch. But I was especially impressed with the yellow one. I feel like the yellow one swatched really well because a lot of times yellow eyeshadows don't really have good color payoff. And I feel like if this is not on top of primer, then it's gonna look really good on top of a primer. So all in all, I'm pretty excited to try out this palette. The one downside of this palette is that it's really, really expensive, along with most of Natasha Denona's eyeshadow palettes. They're pretty pricey. I think this was like $130.
Say what?
I know. I know, but I had to have it. You understand, right?
You bought that?
I did buy it.
Can you return it?
I cannot return it. It's mine. So far, by looking at the colors, I like this one a lot more than the Star Palette. The Star Palette, I just didn't really like the colors in the Star Palette that much. All of the matte shades, I did like the metallic ones, but I wasn't crazy about any of the matte colors in that palette. So this one, I like a lot more. I'm definitely gonna be doing some looks after my trip. I gotta try this one out and make a cool sunset-y look. So I'm excited to play with this. All right, so that wraps up my makeup haul from e.l.f. and one little tiny item from Sephora. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. If you've tried any of the e.l.f. items that I got, if you really like any of it, or if you really don't like any of it, give me a heads up. Let me know what you think. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.
Wicked, bruh.
Wicked, bruh.
Oh!
That's not my good side, though.
Thanks.
I don't have a muscle. This is the power side, if you want to see power.